Do I have a problem with Christians? If the Christians are practicing their religion in their churches, in their places, in their life, and they're not trying to missionize Jews to become Christians, I don't have any problems with Christians. If they want to worship, they want to worship the way they want to worship. I don't have any problem with what they do. The only problem I have is when they either try to kill us physically or spiritually. Physically, I don't have to explain. You could just simply look at the history between the Christians and the Jews over the last couple of thousand years. It hasn't been pretty. And spiritually, it also hasn't been pretty. In fact, has led to many of the murders because they tried to convert us, and if we didn't convert, they killed us. So today, Baruch Hashem, the Christians are generally not trying to kill us physically, but they're still trying to kill us spiritually, and they're having some success at it. Some reports in recent years have said that nearly 500,000 Jews have converted to Christianity in the last 25 years. 500,000 Jews is an enormous number for Jewish people. We're not Chinese that we have almost 2 billion people, or Indian that have nearly 2 billion people. There's, give or take, between 15 to 20 million Jews that we know of in the world. 500,000, an extraordinary number. You're talking about 2.5% to 4% of the total population. So when Christians missionize Jews and try to convert them to Christianity, typically it's with disguise. Typically they pretend to be Jewish. Typically they pretend that Christianity is really another version of Judaism. They call themselves Messianic Jews. Typically it's with lies. So that I have a big problem with. And that's why we address it in our lectures. Not only because it hurts our people when they Christians missionize, but also because it hurts the Christians when they continue believing these things that they believe, because according to our Torah, their belief system is 100% idolatry. If you just simply read what the Torah says and not what your pastor or priest tell you to read, you'll see that there is more unanswered questions in Christianity than there are answers. In fact, in Christianity, you're not allowed to ask questions. You're supposed to have blind faith. In Judaism, if you don't ask questions, the sages say, Lo baishan lamed. If you're too shy to ask questions, you're never going to learn Torah. You're never going to know the truth. In so many words, in Judaism, it's the exact opposite. You have to ask questions. If you want to know the truth, you have to ask questions. So, again, if the Christians or Muslims or Buddhists or whatever they are practice their religion in their way, in their place, they can do whatever they want. It's not my business to tell them what to do. If they come to me, they ask for advice, I'll tell them the truth. I'll never hold it back from them. I'll tell them what the truth is about their religion is that I know. And I know a lot about it because I've investigated it. I've spent years studying all of these things. But either way, again, I'm never going to go to some Christian event or some lecture or even some video and start commenting on it that they should stop being Christians. It's never going to happen. You're never going to find a Jew do that. But you do find many Christians come to lectures of mine and other rabbis and Jewish events and synagogues and try to missionize. So the attack, the spiritual attack, is happening on a regular basis. And that I have a big problem with. That all Jews should have a problem with. Because that's not allowing us to live peaceful lives among each other. It's in essence forcing us to be in conflict with each other because they're infiltrating our communities, trying to force us to become Christians. So that's a problem. And that will always be a problem until Mashiach comes and resolves all those problems by eliminating anyone that doesn't believe in God and in His holy Torah. And unfortunately, for those that stay loyal to Christianity, it's not going to be a good day for them. But those that abandon it, those that follow what the Torah says, it'll be their ultimate salvation. What is